This is Pam Gaither with the Galesburg Area Chamber of Commerce, and I am joined by special guest. I think if you don't know them, I'm not sure where you've been. We've got Abby Colvin with KCAP and Tessa Jones with Experience Galesburg. They are our co-chairs for YPN. And so we actually were talking about kind of giving you guys a heads up about some of the things coming up at the chamber with YPN as well. As you know, if you're a chamber member, you've seen our notices about the sponsorship opportunities. We have a few left. We really don't want you to miss out on those if you're interested in being part of that. A lot of them fill up quickly. We have a few things left. I'll kind of go over some of that, but I do want to let you say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks for following us so far. It's kicked off to a great year, and we're really excited to kind of share some of the things that we have coming up for YPN.
We have a full year ahead, so we've already done some planning for the majority of the year, so it will come quickly, hopefully.
Yeah, and so YPN, if you are not familiar, in the past it was YPG, so it's Young Professionals Network now, and it's a place for young professionals to connect and network together. Very similar to the chamber. It's kind of like a younger version of the Chamber of Commerce, and you get a lot of the amenities with the chamber with that as well. But your young professionals in your businesses are your future leaders, and we want to encourage you to invite your young professionals to participate in the events that they'll be covering here shortly. And you may want to be a sponsor of some of the things they have going on too. And if you have any questions, obviously you can reach out to one of them. YPNGalesburg@gmail.com is the email address. If you have an employee that you'd like to get connected, that's the best way to probably reach out and let us know that you're interested in that. But a couple things. So with the chamber, the first thing usually that we have going on early in the year is the local legislative luncheon. It will be in May again this year. We don't have a date set and locations to be determined, but we do have sponsorships available somewhat at this point. We have really great representation of our businesses for that, and we're excited to host our local elected officials. So we'll have the mayor, we'll have the new city council members who are seated if there are any changes coming up with that, and it'll be a really great opportunity for you to ask questions to those people directly. Following that, we have our golf outing on June 12th. That's at Sawangataha Country Club, and we're really looking forward to that event. Our teams are now open, so if you're interested, you can book that on our website, galesburg.org. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Last year, we had a whole, so we sat with J&M distributors and kind of just talked about YPN and if anybody wanted to join. I think this year we're going to still have that hold, but I think Tess and I are going to try and
Participate
this year, so watch out. So yeah, I was smiling because I'm super excited about it. It's always really great to see all of the chamber members come out. Yeah,
it's a very fun day.
One of you have a set of clubs, right?
I do.
Yeah. I'm
working on it.
Last year we did
awesome.
The wheel that you spun and you got to drink, or you got to pick one of the other prizes, and one of the things that you had to do it's called a celebrity shot. So whoever's turn it was, whoever got that, had to choose one of us to tee off.
To Abby,
because
she was the only one that had the skill.
Any skill.
Yeah, that was fun. You guys really build in some fun aspects to that, and they got to do some funny things too. Right?
Oh yeah, dance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was some other stuff?
Was there like a karaoke portion?
Yes, karaoke a song. You had to dance to a certain song. The celebrity shot. But mostly we just wanted to know, like, you had to answer a question of like, what is YPN? Do you have any YPNs? Things like that. So we wanted to tie in that too.
Yeah. Inform them of what you're doing and also have fun. Golf outings are fun, and so a lot of on-site events I think will be scheduled this year. We've got a lot of interest in that. So look forward to that information. If you do want to schedule a team, it's available right now. Those foursomes are available. So a couple other things I want to mention. Of course, we have annual dinner that will be in the summer, again in August. Date to be determined. Of course, we're kind of early on these event planning things. I'm really starting to move into that mode now. But of course, if you want to be a sponsor of that event, the last couple of years have been huge and really, really great events to celebrate our businesses in the community. That's really what annual dinner is about. and we're excited to have that again this year.
You always do a really good job of planning and theming those, so it's always super fun to go to. So if you haven't gone in the past, you definitely want to.
It's always an event that I look forward to. You're like TBD.
Yeah.
Tell us, Pam.
I know. Yes. Well,
put it on my calendar.
It's literally because it's not ready. But that's okay, because event planning mode starts in like 2 weeks for me. Of course, Thanksgiving luncheon. Everybody knows about this. It'll be the 45th year, and the Thomas B. Herring Award will be presented then, and it's the Monday before Thanksgiving. So, again, that's a really well-supported event. At the same time, we're just really excited to be able to host everybody before the holiday, and honestly, these are some mainstay events. Some people have said, well, are you looking to make any changes? Well, these are pretty important events, and we've, again, 45 years, this is something that's happened a long time. So we're just really excited to be able to host these events for our business leaders and the people in the community.
And so many people put that on their calendar. I know with KCAP, we know each year, like annual dinner, Thanksgiving luncheon, those are just pivotal things to go to in the community as a chamber member.
Those kind of pillar things. And some things speak to others. So those legislative events, we see a different crowd sometimes. But I do encourage you, we have the state representative, the state event in the fall. So that'll be in October. So if you are, you have questions for your legislators, these are really good times because there are roundtables. We have a chance to ask questions ahead of time. And it's just really a great event to be heard at that, advocacy level.
Yeah, at the luncheon last year, I remember I snuck in a question that said, what are you doing for young professionals in the area? And they answered it. And so it was nice to see that someone who, I've talked to both of them with other ribbon cuttings that they've been to, but it's nice to just get that one-on-one answered question in front of everyone. So.
Sure, and we have some new folks at that, state and federal level, the Congress people, senators. So I think this year will be really important to ask those questions. They'll have about a year under their belt, but it's about the only time you get face to face.
Yeah.
Chance. So we're really happy to bring that to the community as well. I do want to talk about YPN. So of course they have lots of things going on throughout the year in sponsorship opportunities. Some of these are new kind of ideas, rebranded, I guess you will say. So why don't you go ahead and share a little bit about that?
Sure. So this year we kind of took our first year and our second year and put them together to see what makes the most sense, and this seems like something that we can see going on into the future. So Tessa came up with these names. I will not take.
It's a joint effort.
Yeah, joint effort.
You work together. You guys are
absolutely.
Co-chairs.
Teamwork. So this year we're doing SEED and social. So SEED is skill enhancement and employee development. So that is more of your professional development experience. And then social is what we're calling off the clock this year, which is our networking events. They're just come casually, have some fun, maybe do some type of team building activities. But we hope that these two pair nicely together and give people some opportunity to not only learn, but also grow and meet new people in our area as well.
So we set them up so that we could both have either a seed or an off the clock every month. And then we would also be promoting a business after hours or business before hours to try to just really collaborate more with chamber and young professionals, because we want to show that young professionals want to learn from other chamber members, no matter their age, but also chamber members can learn from YPNs as well. So we kind of wanted to do a little bit more collaborative efforts with some of our events. So that's why we're doing every other month with seed and off the clock. So those will also
be Virgo at Reserve Artisan Ales, which is sponsored in part with Experience Galesburg. So YPN will have a table reserved there, and we encourage you to come join us, whether you want to sit and meet with us or you just want to come out to Reserve and try your hand at some Virgo, which is bingo with the Berg, Galesburg. We highly encourage you to come on out. We'd love to meet you.
And just to say, those social events and really the seed events are open to anyone, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. So we're trying to we always have like a ticket online or something, so there's always going to be a Facebook event or something through the chamber so that we can just kind of get those RSVP levels that we need. And we're trying to push so that members will get some sort of a percentage off, or we'll get food or something like that. So everyone is always included. Members just might get a little extra for their membership. So yeah, like Tessa said, Off the Clock is on Sunday, 2 to 4 at Reserve. And then next month we'll have our seed event, which we have not...
we have lots of options.
Yes, yeah.
So we're trying to nail down which one we want to go with.
Exactly, yeah. So we usually kick that off the first week of the month, and then we'll be doing some promoting throughout the month, and then, like I said, it'll be the third week.
And then we are also going to stay with our mainstays as well. So in November we will have the Wine with YPN, which is sponsored by G&M Distributors. It went well last year for the first time, the inaugural event. So we're hope to continue it this year. Yeah. And then in December we will have the Fall Out Holiday Party again, which will be taking place in downtown. So the details aren't, I mean, we're pretty far away. Yeah. It'll come quick, but we're pretty far away that the details will come out later, but we will be hosting those events as well.
Yep. And then the other two that are kind of behind the scenes, I would say, for the business community, we always do a picnic in the park. So obviously not right now because it's a little chilly outside,
hopefully
unfortunately, for March. But we pick up park around the Galesburg area, and then we just invite anybody over the lunch hour. Usually it's 11 to 1 to just come, bring their lunch, grab a lunch, whatever, and it's very informal, just a chance to make that first hello, my name is,
and take a break from the work, especially on a nice day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always great to be outside. So we've been in multiple places, and I think confidently we can say each time that we've had a picnic in the park, we've met at least 1 to 2 new people. So it's a great way to kind of get out, make your name, have employees come, and just kind of make that first step. And then the last thing that we have is the Dress for Success drive. So that's been going on for 3 years now too. We ask for business apparel, clothing, shoes of any size, gently used or new. And then we have the Knox County, Illinois CEO students kind of come through and look through those clothes, and then they are open to anyone that can come in, and that's in September. So we do have a sponsor for that already. But most of our other events are still open for sponsorships. So.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you guys about the sponsorship opportunity. So much like the Chamber, I mean, obviously these are supporting sponsors to help make the events possible, which is so important. You know, you need some assistance. We all do. I mean, we're nonprofit here. So that's the whole build into the sponsorship, and you get to be kind of that key leader in helping make something happen. And same thing with the YPN opportunities that they have. So let's kind of talk really quick about a business and maybe why they would sponsor Seed, because this is a newer kind of endeavor where Off the Clock is more of a social that seems to, I think, tend to lead to, you know, naturally people understanding. So these professional development opportunities, so the Seed program that you're doing, so you necessarily aren't looking for a business to actually present that. It's just someone to kind of help bring it to your audience, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And if it does work out that they're able to present on it, that's even better. That's awesome. But the professional development is integral to what YPN is. I mean, a lot of it is the social, and that's the fun part, but there is becoming a professional within Galesburg. And so these events kind of help establish that. So the sponsorship available, I would help kind of bring in more people and maybe entice and encourage them to come to these events that we never struggle for socials, but the Seed events, we're trying to get more people involved and just to grow.
Well, and you know, I think the people you talk to and I speak to, I mean, I hear it all the time. Hey, you know, professional development, there's a want for it. I mean, there really is. So that business is, you know, if you sponsor anything, really, you're just helping make that happen, and it's showing your employees, as well, that you're serious about their future, those YPs in the community.
Yeah, I think for what we've done in the past is that we know that Seeds will still go on. We will find things like our first one this year was with Chris Beyer, and he did a fantastic job of talking to us about LinkedIn. And so I think, you know, we had YPNs, we had non-YPNs, but under 40-year-olds, and then we had regular chamber members and executives from around the area that thought that was really important. So they came, and we had he did a great job. So we're going to continue to do those types of things, but when we have a sponsorship, that means we can bring in a speaker that may be a little bit higher caliber, that would need some traveling money, or if it's, we had a cooking class one time for our social, and we had paid for half of it. With that sponsorship, we use that money. If we don't get the sponsorship, then we just find something that is
still relevant,
lower cost,
but maybe not as spruced up.
We could think about taking a class somewhere or through a college or online that is $20 or something like that, versus coming up with a speaker or something that would be lower cost. So that's the big difference. So those
partnerships are vital in the programming that you can provide as well.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then with socials, I mean, when you're looking at sponsoring, it would make sense for like a Rotary or Kiwanis or something like that is really wanting to get new members in, or to get their name out, or have a lot of YPNs. It would make sense for them to sponsor a social event or a off the clock, because that's networking with everybody. That's supporting us in a way,
a direct way to network.
Right.
Exactly.
And then as a sponsor, I mean, we're sharing what you do and how you're helping us, and then you're more than welcome to bring your entire staff to get to know and mingle in these opportunities as well. So it's kind of like private for you with the opportunity.
Yeah, kind of an exclusive end.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
And we're very workable. So if you want a sponsorship and then you just want your logo on things, we are great with that. If you want all the way up to, like you were saying, that private interactions,
the opportunity to have that exposure directly.
Yes,
and you want to present something on your like maybe there's something new in your business. And we're always looking for experts, because like I've been here my entire life. Abby's been here not long at all, but has made herself very well acquainted, and we're still learning about new things and seeing new things. So we like bringing those in. So even if you think like, I've been there, done that, I promise you have not. It's always a new group, and then there's always kind of a new schedule or programming, so to speak. So always makes it interesting. So we look forward to it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, thank you both for everything you do in the community. You're both very busy, and I appreciate your work on the YPN and everything else that you do as well.
Well, thanks for choosing us.
Yeah,
it's been 2 years ago.
It's been fun.
Be your co-chairs.
Yes. So, and again, if you are interested in sponsoring any of these things that we've talked about, you can reach out to the chamber. You can call me at 343-1194. We're happy to chat through options and go through that. But yeah, we are just excited for a good year ahead, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely. Very ready.
Yes.
We're ready for warm weather and for these events to
that'll make it
going.
feel more real.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Pam.
Yes.